Hello everybody, welcome back to PadFootTD Games. My name is Zach, I'm the voice behind the icon, and today we are back once again for another weekly e-vlog here. We are going to be going down to Pensacola to Flags Speedway, where we have had success before. We're going to be heading down there for one of only a few ARCA races with the ARCA Menard Series. This is going to be the ARCA Menard Series East. We have not been in their car all year. I think it's probably going to be a disaster, but I'm hoping it's going to be fun. But it is a double header. That is right. We are actually going to be doing double duty this weekend. We will be there with the ARCA Menard Series on Saturday night, and we'll be there with the ASA Stars National Tour Super Late Models on Sunday. So it's double weekend once again. I'm gonna also have the super late model loaded up, as well as one ARCA car. That is just a reminder, we've got one of each, so during practice, if we screw up, we are screwed regardless. So it's about a 10-hour drive down to Pensacola, so it's gonna be a long one, and I look forward to it. So we'll see you guys down at Pensacola. So we are just under 50 minutes away from our destination down here in Pensacola. We just crossed back into Florida, and we're getting ready to get ourselves closed in to, slow it down a little bit, Flags Speedway down here on the panhandle of Florida. I wanted to talk a little bit about last week and the racing that we got to do there. We were with the Pro All-Star Series Super Late Models at Hickory for the, I gotta remember now, St. Patrick's Day 150 and the Easter Bunny 150 on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday was our night race. We came out strong. I was very happy for what we were able to accomplish for that race. It was a great battle throughout the whole entire thing, and we were able to come out victorious, as it were. Oh, Raleigh Bridge. So we were able to come out victorious on that and kind of little bit of burn it down. I did have a little bit of self-control on that one, just because I knew we were going to need that car the very next day. The very next day we went into the Easter Bunny 150, and from there, that was a rough day. I could not get any grip in the car. I was searching for grip everywhere, and I just couldn't get it in. So I ended up getting ourselves up to fourth, felt really good. Misjudged coming out of turn 2, slammed ourselves into the wall, got loose down the back stretch and in turn 3. Next restart, had to start making our way back through traffic. As we were battling through traffic, I got tangled with a car in turn 2. Both turned us sideways. Very minimal damage, but again, brought out the caution. So at this point, I'm back in like almost 20th. I'm like, okay, like really got to focus now. And the problem is I was a little too focused. We were flying through cars 3 wide everywhere, just beating our own path. Welcome to Florida, everybody. I thought we had already crossed, but apparently we didn't. And we ended up getting ourselves into a little bit of trouble going into turn 1. We kind of bounced off the wall, made contact on our driver door side with somebody where they had, again, kind of wiggled and got locked with us more or less. And even with brakes completely to the floor, slammed into the tire barrier on the turn 1 outside wall. And that was the nail in the coffin. We went in, surprised the car was still even running and together. We did as much patchwork as we possibly could. Got ourselves back out in the speedway, but once we were out there, something definitely snapped in the rear end and sent us around in turn 4. Decided to stop bringing out the caution so much and parked ourselves for the weekend. Thank you for giving us space. So that was a little bit of a bummer, but so a first place and a 30th place last weekend. Now we're doing a double header here at Flags Speedway this weekend, and I'm really hoping we're not going to do the same exact thing. I have not been in an ARCA car for a while. This one's going to be very interesting because we're practicing and qualifying in the daytime, and then we're racing in the nighttime. And I've always been very bad about trying to set up my car to be able to make those changes, to have the speed during the qualifying, and to be able to continue having that speed as we were going into race time. All right, Five Flags Speedway, here we go, outside of a donut shop. Hell yeah. I have no idea what the parking's going to look like here, because the map has changed 9 ways a Sunday. So is it just a loading dock? Because if it's just a loading dock, I can park right out here. Oh, is this one that goes all the way around? Because if it is, I'm going to go in and around and park myself right there. We're going to find out. Up and over the speed bumps. A little bit faster than I'd like to be going over the speed bumps. Nice new physics. Look at that trailer wiggle. Alright, let's get ourselves around here. Now, Five Flags Speedway, we do not park in the infield for this event. So we will be unloading on the track and parking in one of the lots behind, and then picking up the cars or rolling them out at the end of the night. ARCA Series on Saturday, ASA on Sunday. ASA is the longer of the two races. Go right along this area over here. Again, ARCA Series got a bunch of us with these large trailers, large feather lights. Make sure we clear that as soft as we possibly can. And I'm actually going to take the first one on the outside. First place to be over to my right. Since it is open, I am going to grab that. We're not a points team, so we'd be down on the back anyway. So I'm just going to get in here. We'll get everything settled. And we'll be ready for a good race weekend. So get it on in here. There we go. There's that. Roll up the windows. All right, that is a good parking job. If I've ever seen one, can still get through here if we need to. Get it through the grill. Get ourselves all unloaded here at Five Flag. I think it's going to be a good weekend. I've got a good feeling about it. Air is fresh. Welcome to Florida. The sky is sunny. That means it's going to rain in like the next 2 seconds, but I think it's going to be good overall. So right now, we'll just plan on seeing you tomorrow as we try to conquer the track here at Five Flag Speedway. All right, everybody, it is a new day. It is a Saturday. It is time for racing here at Five Flag Speedway. Super, super excited to be able to share this with you guys. Doubleheader weekend here. Like I said, we're going to be here with the ARCA Menard East Series, as well as the ASA Stars here in the super late models. That'll be for tomorrow. So their cars first, then super late models after that. Luckily, we're practicing one a day. So let's get this ARCA car unloaded and let's hit the track. All right, I always want to see what we can push out of these cars, and sometimes you push it just a little too much. So, not bad in practice. We're about 13th in speed. There are, what, 25 of us? 26 of us? 26 of us in total here this weekend. And so, yeah, not bad with 13th. And it was just one of those things, as you saw, getting a little bit hot in turn 2 and losing a little bit of control. One of the things that I really am kind of worried about here is I'm having trouble, and you can hear it in the car on a couple of those laps. I'm getting loose. There's a lot of loose in the car, specifically when I tap the brakes. Not even push, no shove, literally just and it's too much. So I'm really going to have to keep an eye on that on race time. But for now, let's get ready to head out for qualifying. 2 laps, best one, obviously, wins. All right. 10th. Not bad, especially since we were not able to finish our second lap. This looseness is coming up and biting us in the butt, and I swear I'm going to try my best to not let that get me as we go for 150 laps here at Flags Speedway here in Pensacola with the ARCA Menard Series. We got a little bit of on-track action before driver intros and the sun going down. I believe the race is at 7:30. It's either 7:30 or 8:30 this evening. So we got a little while beforehand. But I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully we can just keep the car in one piece. So we will see you guys after 150 laps. right, now that was not the ninth that we were hoping for. Starting 10th, obviously, here in the ARCA Menard Series. These guys have had had Daytona, and if anybody went out west, they've had Phoenix since then. But it's still early in the season, but we still got our butt whooped. Now, what might have caused today? A very loose race car to begin with, which ended up causing, obviously, us to spin. But really our downfall when we just decided we were going to start, you know, bopping around on the track and just trying to make laps was getting loose and getting into the front stretch wall, doing some damage to the right front tire. Decided to bring it in at that point, have the boys look at it, see if there was anything that we might be able to fix, be able to put back together to continue that run and go out and just try to make laps. Well, we had gotten out there. The car was already still beaten up pretty good, and I was trying to stay out of everybody's way. Came onto the backstretch. There's two cars battling. Ended up making us go 3 wide. Me and one car came together while they were also battling for position. That threw us up into the outside wall. From there, I lost my steering pretty much all the way from the backstretch, almost all the way through turn 4. And that's when I decided, you know what, that's it. That we're going to call it our day. I don't always want to be the reason why a caution is coming out. And we definitely weren't having it anyways. I'm not somebody just to kind of give up and park the car, but I wanted to kind of do what was best for the team, best for the car, and the car was shot anyway. So that was an unfortunate outcome for our first of 2 races this weekend here at Five Flags. Yeah, so I'm really disappointed in that. So I'm hoping that the super late models are going to do better tomorrow. It's a car that I've been in more this year. We've had success this year in it twice at New Smyrna and once at Hickory. We also just crashed one, so this is our secondary car. Just as good of an engine was what we won a lot with last year when we were doing super late model races. Man, it's funny that the textures that change in the lights is actually really funny. So yeah, that is our plan. So for now, we're going to climb up into the rig, call it a night, get some well-deserved sleep, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for another day of racing here at Five Flags Speedway with the ASA Stars. Good morning / early afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Five Flags Speedway. Again with this vlog, you guys don't have to sit through the night, but I do. Yesterday, ARCA, bad, had bad, did bad, shame. Struggling to figure out this track, which is very interesting because last year in the modifieds we crushed it, and we usually crush it here at the super late models. So hoping going on to today's ASA Stars Tour Sunshine State 200, there we go, 200 laps here at Five Flags as the sun will be setting. We're going to be practicing and qualifying here during the day. I'm hoping it's going to be better. You know, this is our backup car technically. Because we just weren't able to get our car fixed from the incident that happened at Hickory last week. We brought our secondary down here to Florida for this week. Same package, same engine. You know, we ran her a couple times last year, so I'm assuming we're going to, you know, just have as much power as we did before. So I'm hoping that we can kind of redeem ourselves for Five Flag this weekend. Last thing I want to do is crash out both events and kind of look like an ass, really. So let's head out for practice out on the track with the super late model. And let's see how we do. All right, back from practice, going through inspection right now before qualifying. Not bad. You know, 9th, I'm not going to actually complain at all. I do believe there's 23 3 of us out there on the track this year. So that's pretty awesome. 23, so taking that for that. Hoping we can keep that speed and that momentum going. Again, I think it's supposed to be a train, but Jesus, it gets so loud so fast. Hoping we keep that speed and, starting in the top 10, I think actually could be really helpful for our cause here at Five Flag here with the ASA Tour. So, yeah, fingers crossed. Let's head out for qualifying. All right, back from qualifying, and you know what? I'm not going to complain about that. 3rd on the board. All right, starting right behind the leader on the inside line, which is where I'd want to be anyways. That's where the prime real estate is. We got a halfway break at 100 laps. They said they might push it a little bit further depending on how far the cars fan out. But that is what we get to look forward to here. So I'm going to climb on in the truck, grab myself a snack before heading out for this evening's 200 lapper here at Five Flags Speedway. All right, 4 o'clock on the dot, time for us to go out for driver intros. Starting, bye. I see you out there. Starting 3rd. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. 200 laps is a long time with that break in between, but as long as we can kind of keep our car together, I really look forward to this race. I've kind of told myself I've got to kind of get used to not always racing up front. I want to be able to start, really pushing myself with the series that we're in, and run mid-pack and get a top 10, even a top 15, especially with how rough we've been here at this racetrack. I'd be happy for anything at this point. So, out to driver intros, and we'll see you guys after the checkered flag. Shame. 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 I'm going to try not to beat myself up too much, but to be going home with 2 wrecked race cars in the back of this hauler, that hurts. That hurts a lot, especially 2 different series. So this is our first time racing with the ASA Stars, and these are a fast group of guys. They are fantastic to race with, usually keeping it clean. The first caution came out today with somebody getting into our left rear quarter panel, and we drifted all the way from turn 3 all the way to the front stretch. We were able to save it, so I don't even know why they threw out the caution. That ended up happening a second time after the restart, I think with the same person. So he and I will have to have a chat at some point. But we, unfortunately, were only able to run 41 of the 200 laps here at Flags Speedway this weekend. And that's just the luck of the draw here. I've been fighting all weekend with grip. With the ARCA car, I couldn't get it to stick to the track at all, and I was sliding all over the place, and I had my own thoughts about the general tire. And here on good old Hoosier, it felt like I was racing on ice this whole weekend. I just could not get enough bite out of the tires. Now, we started third, and we were able to, push our way through there. After the restart, we started second. So we were up there the whole time, and even when the incident happened, we were still in the top 10. We were coming out of turn 4. Somebody went under us. I don't even know who it was. I don't even know these guys that well. And sucked some air off the car and kicked it sideways, and I just couldn't get it back corrected before it drifted to the inside wall. That inside wall catches up real quick here at Flags Speedway and completely snapped the left front tire off, and then we just spent the last hour piecing her back together to get her back into the hauler to be able to head back to Concord, but not Concord, Charlotte. Whew. Forget. Concord, North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, Concord, New Hampshire. But so, kind of a bummer. I hate kind of making these vlogs and showing you guys me fail and fall on my face, but that's kind of the story of racing. You don't want to crash every weekend, but you do crash. Especially doing 2 different series, you can crash even more. And, I may be making my own mistakes. There's probably enough people who are going to make, all the comments of, like, I suck at driving. Fine. You may think as you do. I have plenty of victory caps. I have plenty of crashes. I have a whole channel dedicated to most of that. So, bummer of the draw this weekend, but we've got to get home and get ourselves refocused because next weekend, we're back, baby. We are back with the NASCAR Wheel and Modify Tour at Richmond. So excited. I believe it's the Virginia for Lovers 150? Question mark with a squeaky voice? Stop smacking your mouse. So that's what we got to look forward to next week. Very excited to get back in the modifieds. We won the opener in New Smyrna. And don't worry, I adjust the difficulty. But that's going to do it for this one, y'all. If you enjoy, we do try to get a video out here on the channel every single week. And we are going to be continuing to do the weekly vlogs with our racing career this year. And I hope you guys look forward to it just as much as I am. There's that goddamn train again. But I thank you guys so much for coming out to this one, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.